So you've come here for Camper Trailer. I just want to qualify, this is a re-edit of quite an old video, in fact a series of them. This is now my kid's cubby house that's been disused for some time. I just thought it would be interesting to re-edit this video, and people have asked about it. So we're going to go over it and enjoy the content. We're outside and we're looking inside the back of my military trailer, which if we come back a bit, we can see at a distance. Now I'd hoped to convert this to a camper that can fold down. So there's a few things that have happened that you haven't seen at this stage, namely getting all this timber cut. So let's just go over the quick plan, what we plan to do here. This timber is going to make a frame that sits in here. We're going to have two sides that fold up, and then this reinforcing bar here, and this canvas will form the roof of my little camper, or camper trailer. And then we'll have some tarps on the sides, and either tarps or solid ends on each end. Not quite sure which yet, and apologies about the wind here. Right, so we've got some framework just tested out, test fitted here. This all dried out in about 10 minutes flat. It worked out pretty well. I took some time to print a simplified version of my drawings. At least that's one part of the many parts of the drawing. But the general frame to hold it is going in alright, and once we've got the uprights figured out, we'll be making some bed frames out here as well. Right, so my apprentice has left for an appointment with a petting zoo. Meanwhile, I've had the time to test the tube fitting up here. It's a little slack, but I might be able to fix that. So I've got two laterals to fit across these bits next, across here and across to here. I've got to find a creative way in my box of bits to make that happen. But we are starting to come together. Well, we've got the tarp on the top at least, so that fitted right. I'll need to get some little eye hooks to tether all the ropes down to, or I might just do Aussie straps from here to here like I'd originally planned. We'll find out, whatever works more conveniently. Alright, so wind aside, I've got everything packing up in the frame okay. It looks like these pins won't need to be retracted. The pins at the other end will. Sorry about the wind, but those pins, I can lock them in their lowered position so I don't lose them. That's good. And you'll see along here, right up at the very end there's an eye bolt that is stopping everything from packing down cleanly, but there's still plenty of room to compensate for that. And that will actually mean I can probably put canvas in between the two. So we are making progress. I've just got a little bit more thinking to do, and I'm going to go and buy some ratchet straps, have some lunch, and take some time to adjust to the loss of a good mate. Right, so it's no doubt windy on camera. My apprentice has figured out how to get in and out. We've got the canvas temporarily roped on the top until I find a better solution. But I'm finding these reflective tarps actually doing a very good job. I mean, they're not good for conducted heat, but reflected heat they're doing very well. I've got loads of room up here, all my tools still kicking around in the bottom, but we're going together relatively well. But yeah, the door frame's almost in. Once this door frame's in, I can really get underway, and I can start putting some paint on, and then the weather won't be so much of a problem. I can work from inside here once the weather changes. I just thought I'd give you a quick walk around about how it's looking so far. Got the sides all folded up, and I've got the door working. I need to put a door handle on it, but yeah, it's all happening rather well. It's going to get some paint soon, but yeah, I've got to fix that, and I need to come up with a system for this cabin, but it's all looking good. So I've got paint splatter all over me from the wind, but the ends are green now, and I'm getting notifications as well. But in the meantime, I've got some touching up to do with hand brush, but we're pretty well done in that department. I might do some on the inside with the leftover paint. Okay, we have a sizable window hole. Might even make a good substitute for a TV. But yeah, now I'm thinking, because this sheet I've got has got the original protective material on it, I might fit the window and then paint this wall. Although the sensible person would paint it first. Decisions. Alright, we'll be back again shortly. So it's been about a week while I recover from the attack of MS, and I'm still not quite the same yet. I found a little 12-watt winch I had kicking around, just a little 3,000 pound one, or at least that's what they say. I've mounted it to the roof, or the roof rack of my Land Rover, and I've run the wireless system back down to my auxiliary battery. That means I have a winch with a wireless remote control. So I am going to use that to pull up my camper. Let's go retract. I'm just doing a little bit at a time. It's going to work. And the door's popped open. But it is working nonetheless. Haha! I think this is going to work nicely. Haha! Roof might get in the way, but we'll be good. Alright, so about 3 minutes later, everything's packed up into the trailer as it should be. The only thing we've got left to do is put the canvas back over the top. I'll give you a quick look at that. And that'll be the end of part 2, because I've done about as much as I can and the medication's wearing off. Alright, and this is it packed up. You barely know it was in there. And as for the winch wires, I'm going to put some more of this tubing, split tubing over it. I'll tuck it out of the way again at a later date. For now it's under cover. I'll probably need to pull it out into the sun and let the battery charge up again anyway. My apprentice has brought out some curtain material. The next step is we take this canvas off and we'll link up to our winch up here, use our remotes, and we'll pull the first wall up. This here is demonstrating how we get the ropes off the rope loops. I'm doing a pretty good job. Okay, so the next step, I've taken off our 2 reinforcing bars and thrown them on the ground. And this is going to be a used for 2 purposes. The main purpose is to put that as a strut when we disconnect it. The next step will be is taking this steel bar off and the ladder. But this will also serve to slot in here to hold the back wall up, because there's only one of me today.
Got it.
Here you go.
Uh-oh.
There we go. Going all the way up.
Many months later.
Some time ago, I turned this into a camper trailer. It's a folding hard-sided camper. It was a budget solution to a problem when I only had this guy. But now that we have the ambulance over the back here, we have no troubles with camping. And I need the use of this trailer for other stuff. Anyway, we've got to move this guy around here because my apprentice wants a cubby house. And so the module that can pretty well just lift out of that if we had a crane is going to become her new cubby house. All right. So sometimes disassembly can be trickier than assembly. So I've had to move things around a bit. But let's see if it falls over. The 3 screws to go. One more. Alright, well the base is out and my trailer is free, as we can see. There's still a few things in here like the rubber lining, but yeah, I have my trailer back. That's a good feeling. That's been a couple of months in the making. Cleaning up this back area is going to be another month in the making, I'm sure of it. Alright, that's the first side up. Now, some of you at this point are probably going to get worried that I might crush my apprentice in here. There's 2 reinforcing bars that go across the top. Normally they're held in with steel pins. But in this case I'm actually going to put big long wood screws through because this is going to be a permanent fixture. Won't need to be held up. Come on. Right, that's positioned that one nicely. Alright, now this is not the be all and end all of cross bracing, but it does help stop it falling on me whilst I get everything else secured. The sides do actually form a partial structural point, but I want them to be nice and taut so they don't flap. So at this point I've got a bit of flexibility to move stuff around so that I can get the screws exactly where they were beforehand. And after that then I can pull everything tight and start adding brackets and screws. These are the cross braces. These help stop the racking, and the tarp is just a final additional bit of structure, but it's not reliant on that. That's only just in addition to these other 3 methods that we have. On top of that, I will probably come back with some wood glue. I'll lift this up temporarily, shove some wood glue under there, and put a big wood screw all the way through all of that. We have a bit of roof to go on soon too. And we may even put another little angle bracket here. I have thousands of them, so I might add some more.
Maybe try making your own.
Yeah, I don't have anything to make my own with. But we might be able to find some foam mattresses or something to stick in there. Anyway, we're going to keep working on it. Alright, well I'm pretty well going to conclude this episode here. Largely as I need to do a trip to Bunnings and it's a grand final long weekend. I'm not going near the place. But there will be more to fix up around the edges. I'll add some bigger brackets in just to quintuple the structural integrity because I'm paranoid about these things. And I might put some double plates on the other side here just so that it can't hinge inwards again ever. And yeah, my apprentice has 2 demands. She wants mattresses and flooring in here, so we can probably arrange that and make it a little bit more homely. Anyway, I'm going to call it quits. Hope you enjoyed this episode. We'll get on to more interesting stuff soon enough. I have a lot of cleaning to do though, but at least my apprentice is happy, and she's got a place for a new unicorn bird. Anyway, see you later.